Hey guys, welcome back to the studio and thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks, some hacks with you that will massively reduce the amount of work that's involved in a lot of your projects and make them much simpler and faster to do. So, let's get started, shall we? Hack number 1. First, you want to have 2 glue sponges. These I would recommend for any project anyway. We're going to dip both of those in the glue pot. We're going to mix them around a bit so that we get full coverage of the glue sponge. First of all, secure one of the glue sponges down, tape it so that it is pushed up against the sponge we've already attached. We're going to put the string, cord or whatever it is that you guys are trying to glue, and we're going to put that between the 2 sponges, and we're going to pull with a smooth continuous motion through the glue sponges. We'll uniformly coat the item for gluing in your glue. Hack number 2 is a quick and easy way to line up 2 pieces of leather that you're gluing together that have a 90-degree corner. First, we're going to glue up both of the pieces of leather. Then we're going to place the square on the workbench. We're going to then place the first piece of leather that we've glued up onto the workbench and push it into that square. Line up the second piece of leather on top of the first piece, however we're not going to touch them together yet. Once everything is pushed together, and you can use your hands and fingers and stuff to line them up, we're going to push them together and remove the square. Hack number 3 is using a round punch instead of the normal diamond punch the corners of your pieces when you're prick marking for stitching. Hack number 4 ensures that your project never moves when you're hot stamping your leather, whether it's for your logo or whether it's for initial embossing or whatever it's for, it won't move. What we're going to do is we're going to get masking tape. We're going to initially test in an inconspicuous place that this isn't going to affect the surface finish of your leather. One piece of masking tape on either side of that item, making sure that it's fully adhered to the surface of the leather and of the plate. Once you've done the first stamp, and if you need to do a second stamp, it won't move. It can't. It's held in place by the masking tape, so you're all good. First of all, stamp once with a dwell time of, you want to have a dwell time of approximately a second. So you don't want it for very long, you just want the heat to do the work on the leather. And then you want to take it back off again. Place the hot foil, place the embossing foil on top of the logo and then do a second press and hold it down in the same amount of pressure for just under the 1 second dwell time, so the 1 second holding it on the leather that you did before. The next hack is super quick and super simple. You want to use a lighter to melt the ends of that tape. Now it's polyester tape, so it will melt, it won't burn, which is what you want. Hack number 6 is something that I wish I could find anywhere else online, but I can't. So after you've done the 1.5 back stitches, so you've gone back once fully, and then on the front side of the leather you pass it back through to the back. Before pulling both of the ends, both of the threads all the way to the back, get a small drop on the end of an awl of white glue PVA thread that's on the face of that leather, and spread it up and down a little bit so that the glue settles into the thread. Leave it for a second or two so that it can absorb a little bit. That thread through with the glue on it to the back of the leather. It will leave a little bit of a mess on the front, but white glue rubs off instantaneously. Just wipe it off with your fingers. Snip it off as close to the back side of the leather. After you've cut off that thread using a roundel, you want to push the remaining bit of the remaining tail of that thread back into the hole that you snipped it off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found these hacks super useful. And don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more helpful content and leather builds. I look forward to seeing you next time.